Once upon a time, in a city filled with wealth and beauty, stood a grand statue of the happy prince, covered in gold leaf and adorned with precious jewels. The statue gleamed brightly and was admired by everyone. However, the prince was not truly happy. Though he was once a living, joyful prince who enjoyed a life of luxury and comfort, he now felt sorrowful because he could see the suffering and poverty of the people in the city from his lofty perch. The statue of the happy prince was visited by a little swallow who was migrating south for the winter. The swallow, seeking shelter, rested at the base of the statue. The prince, seeing the swallow, asked if the bird could help him alleviate the suffering of the people below. Moved by the prince's plight, the swallow agreed to help. The happy prince instructed the swallow to remove the precious stones from his statue and distribute them to the needy. First, the swallow took the large ruby from the prince's sword hilt and gave it to a poor seamstress, whose children were hungry and cold. Next, the swallow took the sapphires from the prince's eyes and gave them to a playwright and his family, who were struggling in poverty. As the winter grew colder, the swallow stayed with the prince, even though it was his time to migrate. The swallow continued to help the prince, removing the gold leaf from the statue and giving it to the poor. The prince's statue grew dull and drab, but the people who received the help were overjoyed and grateful. Eventually, the swallow became too weak to fly and, recognizing that his time was drawing near, the happy prince asked the swallow to kiss him goodbye. The swallow died at the feet of the statue, and the prince's once magnificent statue was now stripped of all its beauty. When the city officials saw the statue's state, they had it dismantled and melted down, deeming it of no value. Yet, the prince's heart, made of lead, remained untouched. It was eventually found to be a noble and compassionate heart, and the city officials recognized its true worth only when it was too late. In the end, the happy prince and the swallow were reunited in the afterlife, having sacrificed everything to bring joy and relief to those in need. They were welcomed into paradise, where they would dwell together forever, having fulfilled their purpose of true kindness and love. This story reflects Wilde's themes of compassion, sacrifice, and the true meaning of happiness.